Good morning, FYI family. Good morning and welcome to our broadcast. Good morning. Good to have all of you on the live today. It's Friday, the 25th day of July already. We got a month and a week left to get to the finish line. Good folks, how you all doing? Avril and Mark and Mandy and Lorraine, all our favorite folks on the live this morning. Share the broadcast for us while you're at it. Smash that emoji button, folks. We got some sanctions to talk about. It's a lot happening. It's a lot. It's plenty. It's enough. Good morning to Kyrone and Lynette and Mandy and Avril and Dorrit and Rena. A very good morning to each and every one of you. We hope that wherever you're all joining us from this morning, that you're all good and well. That you're all good and well. You ain't taking a stress with a soul. Please God, you aren't taking a stress with a soul. Good morning to all of you. Again, wherever you're joining us from. It's just a privilege for us. Don't know if it's a privilege for you folks. It's a privilege for us to be here with you guys each and every morning. As we say, making the arguments. How you all doing now? How are you all doing? What's in your utensil for drinking this morning? Lynette Cummins. Am I got it right? Mandy Cummins, my God. Lynette Fernandez. Beg your forgiveness. Rena and Edward and all the other beautiful folks joining us. Joy Phillips. Good morning to you, Joy and Mark and my God. All of you guys who are joining us. We're just about 4 minutes on and we're 400 viewers. We're so privileged. It's just a small, cozy company for breakfast. Just the way we like it. You know? We like to keep this circle small. That's how we like them. Good morning, folks. Sandra and Anne and Vernell and I see Grace and Glenford Ward. Claressa's Charlie Richmond is on her cruise somewhere in the Mediterranean and was able to buy a data package so she can watch us every morning. She's not just contented with the beautiful scenes outside her window. She wants to stay in touch with beautiful people as well. But what you can tell you, Claire, thank you so much for your love and your support. You know, Claire was home here the other day. Claire said, I'm sure, look, hold a little small something to keep you all going, to keep the lights on and the door open. It's not everybody got you the heart like that. It's just a few special folks. just like Claire. So I want to say good morning to Claire. Claire, we hope you're enjoying the sights and scenes of the Caspian Sea, the Mediterranean, wherever you're in East Africa, wherever that tour is taking you this morning. You know, we love and appreciate you, Claire. We love back to you. Good morning, Mandy and Estelle and Coral and Sharon and all of you fantastic folks. How y'all doing? It's Friday, folks. Final show for the week. FYI, we're looking forward to some rest on the weekend. Went up to New Amsterdam yesterday with some beautiful folks. Chanel Smith Daniels went up to New Amsterdam with Christopher Jones yesterday. Had a fantastic time. You know, I had the Chinese in the paper bag. They still make it that way. The Chinese in the paper bag, the Chinese food. Charlotte thought it was nonsense. She says, this is just nonsense. You know, I had a little chance to eat the paper bag. It was very slender. A lot of food, very slender paper bag. You know, you got the meat and the relish at the top there. The little vegetable salad and so on at the top. It was getting between that to get to the rice. You know how? Because we eat our meat last in this country, right? Green is the code, Dexter Lewis says. Good to have you, Dexter, and Lester Williams, Jolly Anderson. Good to have all of you on the live this morning. 600 odd of you joined us thus far. A lot to talk about this morning. How you all doing? I got up so long, now it should be 3 o'clock. Now it should be about 3 o'clock, way past lunch. How you folks doing? From the many places you all are joining us from. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Shelley Douglas, see you there. Shelley and Paula Jones, Mark, Sheena Hazel. We see you. We see you. And we appreciate each and every one of you. Right? Each and every one of you folks. So you got some sanctions, they tell us. Impending. It's quiet. Over at Freedom House. Over at the Depression House. It's quiet over there. Who can get lashed? Who is going to get lashed? I hope they lash that deal. Irfan. Right. Lash them. Nandalal. We know Ashley can't take pressure. Soon as you bring a little pressure to bear in Ashley, he start balling. Ashley Singh. He is quick for runaway. Y'all know how his story go. But hope he pack it back because he going back to Dubai, wherever he choose to go. I hope his bag's packed here, desk clearing out and so on. Good. We understand what's happening. I told you already. We done win this thing already. We just got to go out there now. Manifest it. In your numbers. Cry to your kids. Carry grandma, grandpa. Oh, you're going today. Good morning. Good morning, Dexter Lewis, Sharon Mercurius, and Diane McFarlane. Diane McFarlane. Right? Courtney, we see you there. Courtney, we see you there. Sabrina Blue, John Bourne, Shelley, Mandy, Claudia. See you there, Claudia. Marlene, Raquel. Rochelle. We see all of you. Happy to have you on the broadcast this morning. It helps us to know you're going good. As we start this morning, as we unfold, we've been told you got a lovely couple. A lovely couple. They're providing some nutritious lunch in Georgetown. And it's not only that the lunch is nutritious, it's the cost. It's the cost. $700. We all know egg ball gone up. I still went and buy a couple the other day. At the egg ball capital of the world. By the time I get through the first two, I now start getting the taste. We all know the egg ball price gone up. So I'm happy that we got some options. John and Angela Hercules, this is in this morning's press. John and Angela Hercules They got Buffet Lifeline Nutritional Services in Georgetown, Charlotte Street, and they're offering lunch at $700. This could be a steal. I ain't gonna pass and see where's the offerings by John, but they said it's very nutritious. Tuesday to Friday, they provide lunch. Their focus is affordability and health. Affordability and health. Now I try to show off a little something around the midsection. It's too many love handles, It's too many. I remember when I started slimming down about 2 years ago, the wife says, it's too much. It's too much ribs now. You can't please people out here. You can't please people. And Guyanese people are got no shape, Guyanese are getting brought up, man. Mongolia, says price nice. Dolly Anderson, Guyanese people got no shame. No brought up, man. Soon as they see you, oh God, you get fat. Look your belly. Now they don't know where you are in your mental health journey. They don't know where you are. This body shaping got it done. They don't know where you are. You got just a tangential, is that the right word? Grasp on reality. A thin grasp. Oh, you get fat. Oh God, look at you. It's not just what it says, how they make out the face too. Like it's scorn and nastiness. Oh God, look at you get fat. But I'm always thinking of how to make the team look good, Marcy Agar. So why thank you. Why thank you for your kind words, But what you really want to say, Marcy, is why you don't shut your damn mouth. MS. Now Shannon and some other folks, Taryn and so on, they don't understand MS. Shut your damn mouth. People just don't know how you wake up. What mode you're in, your mental health capacity. And they say the darnest things. So I'm happy. Nutrition. That's what we're really talking about. Nutritious. The nutritious. Kwame, you tried with me this morning. Kwame, you tried with me this morning. Nutritious. Nutritious. The Ozempic little expensive though. 200,000 a dose. You got to do 4 or 5 doses a month. Somebody actually first lady melting. Something I saw on social media. Is the first lady melting? It's too much nutritionous food. Nutritional, nutritious. It's too much of that kind of food. So I thought we ought to start here. This morning. And for those people who ain't got no self-control, this is just for you. They say Wendy's coming. Wendy's to debut in Guyana next month. It's coming. In time for the celebration. Back in office. Wendy's coming. If you don't even know self-control, it's not supposed to be on the fast food. You're not supposed to be there. Folks, fast food, this country's take a little while. Some places that are offering fast, FAST. It's time we change this. It's slow food. I mentioned this place on what's this? Aubrey Barker? No, that's not Aubrey Barker. Mandela Avenue, around by Durban Street. I can mention them. Fast food is take a long time again. A very long time. A very long time. Please and thank you. We got to pick up the pace a little bit. So when these coming next month, now you shouldn't be on fast food or slow food. You should not be there. But you don't end up when Wendy's. But y'all don't even gone Papa John's yet. I tell you, I'm disciplined. My self-control. Discipline. They're telling us, I ain't gone Papa John's yet since it opened there on Vicinton Road. Haven't gone as yet. I think I tasted pizza though. I think I was over at Ricky one evening, and they get sorry for me and bought pizza. You know, I think I ate it then. I think it was Papa John's they had. Right? If I go for pizza, I like my pizza hot. I like my thick, nice crust and cheese and so on. My thick, nice. You understand me? I went to I was ambling through. Was it New York? Was it Brooklyn? I was in New York. I can't remember. It was Brooklyn, Queens area. I remember I was waiting on my mother to fly in from some place. We didn't come in from the same place, but we were meeting up in New York. And I was waiting for her to join me. I dashed down my bag in the hotel room and I gone wandering. I'm a wandering soul. And I stumbled upon a pizza place. Right? I didn't think it was Mexican people. But the aroma in this place, I think it was in Brooklyn area. The aroma was so aromesque. But this pizza came, y'all help me if y'all know it. It came on a square pan. The crust, the thicker, like a bowl. I never enjoyed pizza like I enjoyed that pizza. And you see, if I was me alone, I had a soul to beg me. It was just me and some fat people in the place. See this body shape? It was me and some thick people in the place. I never enjoyed a pan of pizza. It was like a big traditional round pan. Right? But I remember how thick it was. There was no slice. Right? Oriana, this wasn't slice. This was the whole pan. They give it to you in this, whatever they baked it in. But it wasn't round. It was like a triangle. I never enjoyed it. You know, licorice meat. I went back looking for that place. Other times I visited, couldn't find it. I don't know if it was an oasis. I dream up the place or what. But I believe the place was real. I enjoyed this pan. I wasn't in a hurry. Vanessa said it was a Sicilian slice. I must ask about that. Thank you. It must be true then. Sicilian slice. Thanks for Jeffrey. We see you there. I went back looking for this thing. I feel like that's the closest I'd come to heaven. I ain't had nobody for beg me. You don't got to send no beams, no bag, no rotten by leg, nothing. It's just you, your fellow fat people, and nobody judging you. Nobody being judgmental. You know? I know how this weight crept up on me. I remember when I used to have a slice of what do you call it? Cheesecake a day. Cheesecake is so addictive. It's like the devil make it. A slice of cheesecake. But that don't give you all the right. You don't know what mental space people in. Oh, you get fat. Oh, look how your belly big. Flap all of you. MS. Flap all of y'all. Flap all of y'all. So, you got the Hercules, got the $700 lunch in Charlotte Street. Wendy's coming. And then, oh God. Well, when Charanda's talking, Marlon, you must know. When Charanda's asking where the money going, Marlon, you must know. Folks, Charandas that say yes to have new AFC government and the no confidence motion. Charandas said no. No to the PPP. He said no. Charandas want to know where the money going. And we've been asking this in the last 5 years. We've got $1 trillion economy now. High income country, biggest GDP per capita, fastest growing economy in the world. Trillions upon trillions of dollars being spent. And we've been trying to keep them honest for our own simple part. Well, Chandas ran out yesterday. He want to know where the oil money going. Well, going to the contracts that pays you. For one, it goes to the contract. It goes to the schools that Statement Inc. building at Bamia. That's where it, that's where it goes. It went to Heroes Highway that's falling apart even now. And Craig to school night to Craig. That's where some of it is going. Yesterday, the folks brought to attention a post on social media by all your boy, Charan Das, who voted yes with the then opposition. And I remember waking up that day in a daze. Government falls. I said, Charan, you're sleeping. Prophesy again. Government falls. The headline in Starbucks News. I say, still sleeping. I boxed myself and said, what ups? Prophesy again. Headline. Charan Das one where the money going. Oh. Will Chris Dawson, Whitney Doris, Mark, Kizzy Thomas, he wants to know where the money going. It's a question we've been asking for a long time. And here is that post that Charan Das made on social media. Charan Das said $1.38 trillion budget for 2025. And just half of the year later, the PP passes $53 billion before the president dissolves parliament. I tell you what Charan Das was started saying. He said, for what? For what? Did the PPP spend out $1.38 trillion in just 6 months? Charan Das wants to know. In just 6 months? Or the $53 billion is campaign money? Pimp him. Bam bam. He said big head. Rather to be exact, he said, any PP brain can explain this to us. Any PP brain, is this extra $53 billion campaign money? Charan Das wants to know. Charan Das wants to know. Siobhan, Denise, Naomi. You all seen this? Naomi says it another tangent. Naomi says in all seriousness, the person we saw yesterday at the win table, is that the people we should have confidence to lead us? My. Bam bam. Charan Das says where the money going. Can big head Jack Neo explain it for us? Could he explain it for us? Charan Das Prasad. Wanna know where the money going? Wanna know where the money going? You know, I saw on social media over the past few days some comments from some real people on how life in this country affects them. Real people. Right? One of those persons who made a post, who don't traditionally make these kinds of posts. A young lady who I met at university while I was an undergraduate reading communication studies rather. Always on the forefront, whether that time issues and university campus, and now, like yours truly, national issues. Elsie's a voice of our generation. And she recently had her own take of what is happening. Tell me if any of it resonates with you guys. Elsie wanted to know. She had a question like Sharon Das. Elsie wanted to know, is One Guyana real or imaginary? Is it real or imaginary, she said. She asked. She said, I've been trying to adjust my mind to this concept of One Guyana that has been peddled as the country's new underlying slogan, or rather unifying slogan. And although that proved difficult at first, after keen observation, I have now theorized the following. She says, One Guyana is a socio-economic space created by a Machiavellian political elite and funded through the indiscriminate use of resources of the state that rightfully belongs to all Guyanese, to placate and lure otherwise right-thinking members of our society in either actively supporting or turning a blind eye to the most egregious of injustices in exchange for economic gain. You know, Chandas, you want to know where the 58 or whatever billion dollars have gone. Elsie goes on to state, you only gain access to this One Guyana by pledging allegiance, not to your country, but to those who feel like they have the divine right to govern it. She goes on to state penultimately, right, that they present themselves as patriotic, but they are actually traitors, sacrificing the well-being of an entire nation so that a minority can enjoy the sweets out of one joint. It is either this or One Guyana does not exist. You tell me, says Elsie Harry. You tell me. She wants to know, is this the One Guyana of which we speak? And then I saw a very interesting other post, and this one really, really touched me. People got questions. Non-partisan, middle of the road people. They got some questions as well. Here's this young woman's face steward. This was a very interesting post. I'm just giving you a snapshot of what people are saying, what people are saying in this electoral cycle. Somebody saying, here face steward on social media. It says, if you've never had to work for $90,000 to $120,000 a month, when rent is $100,000, shut up. Shut the hell up. If you've never had to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make it without being able to save, shut up. If you've never if you were never sidelined simply because you have a different opinion, shut up. Just because you got different opinion, you're sidelined, shut up. If you've never spent 10 years or more on a job without a promotion, but what's politically aligned, right, or politically allied people without a fraction of your experience and qualification fly up the ladder before you, shut up. And if you've never been singled out and omitted from the benefit of a public service, because you've called out the institution's BS, I say shut up. Shut up. Right. Peshot goes on to say, and if you have refused a job because it insults your dignity, you've damn well in order. If you do not know these and so much more are people's reality, you are clearly out of touch with the common man right? And should what? Shut up. She said, if you proudly support the regime, right, but then you come out here and complain about the litany of injustices, you, my friend, are suffering from the worst type of cognitive dissonance. You're suffering from the worst type of cognitive dissonance I've ever seen. And you should shut TF up. You know what I mean in the streets? You know what that means in the streets? Yeah. You know what Faith's trying to convey. You know what it means. Where the money going? Huh? Just like Charandas wanted to know, where the money going? You all remind me of my antics. If you refuse to talk about where the money going, shut up. If you refuse to call out, call a spade a spade, shut up. If you refuse to call out GCOM and the rigging that's taking place, fake fraudulent IDs being issued by GCOM on behalf of the PPP. You think them boys going into this election blind? Hoping people cast a vote in their favor? They casting votes in their own favor. Casting votes in their own favor. Please and thank you. That's what's happening. So we learned yesterday that an individual whose name was wrong on the ID card, address was wrong, photograph was wrong, found out that from GCOM that this card was produced by GCOM. That's how they decide they're going to pad the list, you know. Right? That's how they decide they're going to pad the list. GCOM says it's a minor error that is system-wide. It's amazing. It's a minor error, but it's system-wide. System-wide. You all think things easy in this country? You think it easy in this country? But folks, it is not. Nothing irregular in this country of ours. At all. At all. At all. It's not regular. And we got to pull this country back from the brink, you know. This fastest growing economy in the world. See? GCOM must GCOM again. And not be a place of partisan interest. GCOM got to GCOM again. God damn it. Got to GCOM again. Please and thank you. Where this country is going? Cato crying out. Cato crying out. They don't like how one of the villagers who died recently, you hear me? They don't like how the body has been treated. They don't like it. Right? They don't like it. So one Kendall Joseph died recently. So it was a double murder. Right? He died recently. And his own death highlighted the state of affairs in this beautiful place called Cato in our country. I remember it being very cool and good for running. My last visit, I was so impressed with the climate there. Beautiful people, of course. Right? Colonel Joseph was just 26. When he died, I think he was stabbed to death. Right? Now the village council in Cato, they are outraged over the lack of a cold storage facility in the region, in the fastest growing economy in the world. And if you're dead now, you start rotting because there's no cold storage. None. Do we think we understand that? In this fastest growing economy in the world, do we think we understand that? Or do we overstand? Again, this is just some of the things that we're spotting this morning. We're trying to make sense of where we are in this country and how to move forward. That's where we are this morning. So ponder on that. Ponder on that. We got a couple minutes left. We're running up to the 9 o'clock hour. They tell us the fella, concrete man, who has since been apprehended for the murder of a Londoner. Right? For murder of a Londoner. He's been remanded. And this is 21-year-old Shaka Phillips. He's from Amelia's ward, or rather the young lady who he shot to death was in Amelia's ward at a wedding reception when she met her demise at the hands of this gentleman, Shaka Phillips. Thoughts and prayers with the family of General Polydor. Remanded. Right? Charged with murder and remanded. Let justice be done. Our thoughts and our prayers are with Janelle Polydor's family. The kids, I think she had children, with the same fellow. The kids, right? The kids. And then in addition to that, we saw a speedboat owner, dying after an altercation at Puruni Landing. Right? After an altercation, that's what they tell us. This is Puruni Back Dam. Folks dying for little and nothing. I saw another headline. A man is waiting to be sentenced because he chop up somebody over a cell phone. Right? Can you imagine that? Over a cell phone. Life has become as such. And now this boat operator, gone. Altercation, tempers raised, and people take matters into their own hand. It's such a country we're living in. It's such a country that we're living in, folks. Such a country. But we got to hold on and keep pressing on. Better days are ahead of us. Believe it or not. Better days are ahead of us. And so this is one of the things that we're watching. Our thoughts and our prayers are with Lekaram, Rambajo, or Rambaji. Lekaram, Rambaji. thoughts and prayers are with his family. They themselves trying to come to grips with the craziness. Right? They're trying to come to grips with that. And in other news, folks, I wanted to share with you. Remember just the other day, the U.S. had destroyed any arrangement it had with Venezuela for their crude oil. Well, things are back on the table now. Things are back on the table now. Back on the table. Back on the table. And that's what we're hearing. That Venezuela has quietly, very quietly, been given the approval for, I believe, Chevron to start back working. And you get to understand how in international relations, there is no, what you would call it, friends, there's no enemies. You only got interests. You only have interest. So quietly, the Americans have signaled to the Venezuelan government, Chevron could start back now. Right? Chevron can start back. So that's one of the things we're watching at, folks. And before we wrap up, you all know of recent vintage, businessman Azruddin Mohammed was sanctioned. His father, Nazar Shel Mohammed, was sanctioned. Their friend, prominent secretary, Thomas Metusot Thomas, sanctioned as well. We're learning that you got some sanctions that are impending. Now, this is what we learned from HGP, Nightly News. Brace it over. Brace it over. Right? That is what we got from them. Brace it over. We coming through. Clear the way, the bamboo say. Who got licked down? We don't care. Thing coming down. That's the news on the ground. It coming down. Brace for impact. We hear this hush and quiet at Freedom House because ministers could be sanctioned. Police officials, GRA officials can be sanctioned as well. Or this election just about to get harder. This election just about to get hotter. Sanctions are impending. Waveney, Deborah, McGarrell, Glenford, Sandra, Bernice. Sanctions. We're quite shooting. Freedom House. If you know them boys, quite shooting me well. Quite shooting me well, folks. So we're watching it. There's a pim, bam, bam. Let us leave it there for this morning, folks. Let us leave it there. Sanctions are impending. This is what HGP Nightly News is reporting. Our brother Travis Chase across on that side. Yeah. So we're looking for it. Like you beautiful folks this morning. We are looking for it as well. And as soon as we know more, folks, you guys are going to know more. And before you guys run off, I want you to understand, we're being made to understand that the PPP telling public servants, if y'all don't vote for we gonna know. Right? If y'all dare not vote for us, if y'all don't vote for us, We gonna know. Folks, I want to tell y'all, Roxanne and Brian and Ian, when you go in the ballot, that we go in the poll station, the poll booth, it's just you and God. Nobody can know how you exercise your franchise. You and God. Right? You and God. So we reject and we condemn the threatening of public servants. We reject that. That if they don't vote for y'all, you're going to know and they're going to get in trouble. Right? When you're in that polling booth, brothers and sisters, it's just you and God. That's all. Let us leave it there. We're going to see you guys back on the next one. That's going to do it for us this morning. Thanks for joining us, Janice and Don and Savage, Brian, Sharon, and Everett, and all the other folks you might be watching. It's over 2,000 of you watching us now, right? Wherever you're joining us from this morning, thanks for joining our morning broadcast. We're going to see you guys on the other side of it. Sanctions are impending, folks. But we rock back with we. Cokes and we popcorn. You see how it's going to go down. Until we see you guys again, have a great weekend. We can see you guys on our next podcast. Stay safe. Stay safe.